All right, if everybody can start taking a seat for me, kind of finding their last positions of where they're going to sit. All right, so if you're a matriculating puppy raiser, so that's one of the 24 of you guys. So y'all are going to go in a order onto the stage. And so we're going to kind of walk through first. Our first group, once I say we're going to start matriculating puppies, it's going to be our college-raised dogs. So if you were a part of a college program or your dog was a part of a college program, so it's Texas Tech, UCA, I think, turning in today. So y'all will all line up on the stage. You'll come up to the end right here, right before it kind of goes into the stage. You will stop. I will start saying your name. You'll get a certificate from Tim, and then you'll come to me, and then you'll get off the stage, and you will follow this right around to get back to your seat. You'll kind of have to duck your head underneath this camera right here, and just kind of go back to your seat. So the next group we'll call is going to be all other raisers. So we're going to label who you are, what dog it is, and where you're from. And then you're going to just walk across stage and get your certificate from Tim, and you'll go to me, and then you will walk off the stage. It looks very fluid, and we'll just continue just walking back to the stage, okay? We'll walk back down this here. Once you're done with that, we will then have graduation. We'll watch our matriculation video, all that kind of stuff, and then at the end of graduation, you will get up, walk across this kind of entryway, and you'll go into Team Lodge. So if you know where my office is and where all those kennels are, you're going to walk over there. So you have from 1 to 2 p.m. today to say your last goodbye to your puppy. So you have open time, open floor, and your trainers will be here. So for Aubrey and Clemmy, they will be here. But if you have the trainer, Michaela, she is not here today. She is traveling back from California. And she will be here next week with your dog. So we will do just a handoff with anybody, and we'll walk them off to their kennels, okay? All right, does anybody have any questions? No. All right, great. And so, well, we got some questions in the back, I think. But yeah, so we are giving you one certificate. You'll get those back to us in order to get your matriculation bag. We'll have your real certificate in it. Because we don't know the order you're coming up there, we're not going to give you, look through the certificates to give you the correct one on stage. Kind of like high school and college graduations. You don't know what certificate you're getting till the end. That's going to be that same kind of flow with us as well. And you'll get your matriculation bag as soon as you hand your dog over as well. Okay? All right. Well, we'll see you on stage.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Michelle Davison. I'm the Executive Director for Canine Companions here in the South Central region, and I am thrilled to welcome you to Graduation Day. I'm thrilled to see so many faces here in the crowd. Most of you I recognize, but we have a couple of new faces here. For who is this your first time to come to graduation? All right, welcome. We're so thrilled to have you here today. So today is our National Graduation Day. So while we're having graduation here at our campus, we also are having it at all 6 campuses across the country. So we're going to have 54 teams graduating across the country. We have 8 wonderful teams graduating here today. And we're going to have 222 puppies turning in to begin their professional training journey. And we have 22 puppies turning in here today. So we have a lot of dogs moving in a lot of different directions, and all of you here are a part of that and here to watch their journey. So thank you so much for being a part of today. Canine Companions graduation ceremonies are a time for us to really celebrate all of the work that our puppy raisers put in to making these dogs phenomenal service dogs and ready to be partnered with our amazing clients. And you guys put in a lot of work. You do a phenomenal job of getting these dogs ready. You put in a lot of late nights and put up with a lot of stuff. Those dogs can put you through the ringer sometimes, I know. But you do such wonderful work, and at the end of the day, this is what you work for. Today is what you aim for, and this makes it worth it. This is the culmination of everything that you do. We're also here to celebrate all of our new teams and all of the amazing things that you're going to be doing in the future, and all of the great journeys that you're going to have. And we hope, of course, that you're going to keep in touch with your puppy raisers, and that now is a new part of your family so that you guys can share that journey together. And of course, for our matriculating puppy raisers, this is the beginning of that journey for you, or the end of the first part of that journey and the beginning of this part of the journey, hopefully, for you. And of course, we could not do it without all of the other volunteers that help us, without our donors that make this possible. And of course, we have some phenomenal donors here with us today. We wouldn't be in this building without Baylor Scott and White Health, who has been an amazing partner for Canine Companions, and specifically for the South Central region. We do have Baylor Scott and White Irving Foundation and its director, John Drake, who is also our board president. So we're very, very happy to have him here. Salentic Family Foundation, just so that you know, 6 of the puppies that are graduating today were raised by colleges, and 2 of them were raised by prisons. So we're very, very excited about that. That's amazing, amazing statistics for us. Yeah, that deserves applause. And those are great numbers. And of course, Bread Financial is also one of our major supporters too. We are so blessed to have so many great donors and supporters in our region. And again, we could not do this without the support of our many, many donors and friends that make this work possible. From our volunteers and everyone in between, thank you so much for supporting Canine Companions and the work that we do. Because we wouldn't be here if you weren't there backing us up. So thank you so much. I want to give you a round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause. I also want to say a really quick thank you, too, to our incredible staff. We've had some wonderful trainers working with the dogs and with our clients over the last week, but we've also have a lot of staff behind the scenes that are doing some phenomenal work. And so I really want to say a really quick thank you to all of our staff that's worked really hard to get us to this point in addition. So thank you so much to our wonderful staff. And of course, you know, I do want to make a point that these matches are available free of charge. And again, that couldn't be possible without each of you. So thank you so much. We are able to be here today and to celebrate these teams because of the work that everybody puts in, because of the work, because of the hours that are and the sacrifices that our volunteer puppy raisers put in, sacrifices that our donors put in. those hours cannot be overstated. That time cannot be overstated. We really appreciate everything that you do. This last month we just ended was Volunteer Appreciation Month, and we don't say it enough how much we appreciate everything that goes into what we do, and how much we appreciate all of you. We also have a phenomenal part of our campus here that we always try to invite up at this time. And many of you know our wonderful Judge Ed Kincaid. And again, as with Baylor, we wouldn't be here without the work of Judge Kincaid and his wonderful wife, Melissa. And Melissa, for those of you in class, is the Chick-fil-A lady. So she's probably your favorite, actually. But we're going to let Judge come up here and say a few words, because he really is the reason that we got Baylor involved, and so we're very honored to have him be a part of Canine Companions, and let us be a part of his life.
Oh, and we stole Michelle from Red Cross. They've had to shut down that whole Louisiana area because she's gone. That's a joke, and I'm a judge, so you have to laugh. I'm sorry. There we go. Thank you. You know, I catch myself calling this a dog program, and it's not a dog program. This is a people program. We're not doing this. It's not the Westminster Dog Show. That's not what we're doing. This is for these folks, and not just these folks, but everybody that's involved that gets touched by it. Melissa and I had the pleasure of going down and watching the folks and Brian there raising the dogs, and you know, those women are doing time from 5 years to 30 years, mostly for meeting bad men. So you young women, by the way, you run those by me before you marry somebody. And it's sad, but they are able to, through these dogs, remember what it's like to nurture, to be a part of something bigger than yourself that's not negative, it's not dealing drugs, it's not getting in trouble, it's something better. And it was amazing to see how it changes those lives, and the dogs were, you know, they were just fabulous. And let me tell you the difference between this program and some of the other programs. We follow up. It's some of these programs, hey, $50,000, we're going to sell you a dog, and then you get the dog. And we don't do, what, you having problems? Well, I don't know who you call, you know, Ghostbusters or somebody, because they're not going to come out and respond. Those folks right over there and other folks respond. Dan, wherever Dan is, and Chandler, they continue to follow up forever to make sure that the match is right and that things are going well with the dog. I want to also thank all of y'all that have given money. I mean, it's, you know, we wouldn't be here, and all of this costs money. When we say it's free, it's not free, but it's at no cost to these wonderful folks. But you all are paying for it, and that's great. Isn't that good that we're making some use of our money besides just stuff, you know, and all of us buy stuff, but this is something that's going to last. I mean, think about the difference it makes in these folks' lives. I've asked numerous people, what does this dog do for you? Well, I'm no longer the odd character, because I'm a little different. I'm the guy or gal with the cool dog, and everybody wants to come around and see that dog and touch it and know me, and it allows that kind of bonding back with folks wherever they are. So I want to thank the college students. You know, I was not that productive when I was in school. I was chasing Melissa, and it took a while, and playing basketball, and this is so good. I hope this is something you're going to remember, and you'll use in your lives, and we'll make it work. So I just want to thank y'all, and we need to expand that program. because, I mean, here y'all are in Arkansas, 500 miles away, and you're coming to this. We can't thank you enough, and your lovely teacher sponsor there that helps you do. Thank y'all for doing that. And I just want to thank those of y'all that come and support this and help us. I thank Baylor. It's such a warm, wonderful thing to see that you can do something to help somebody else. When they leave here, they're leaving with a new family member, and that family member will be a big. It's not like when you have a new baby and you're going to change a lot of diapers. It's not that. This is something where the new family member really becomes a immediate help. How wonderful is that? Well, thank y'all. I appreciate you letting me be a part of this, and I love doing it. This is really not named for me. This is named for my dog named Bo Kincaid that kind of got me into this originally. And when I got trained and took Bo to be trained as a therapy dog, the trainer said, Bo is so good. He's such a good dog. He's a big red lab, and he's there, and he was so proud of himself. And I did things I shouldn't do. I fed him a hamburger every time on the way home from training. So you can tell I was not, don't hire me. And then he stopped me and said, no, I need to talk to you just a minute. I said, what about? And he said, you're the worst trainer I've ever trained. And he said, you give your dog mixed signals. These folks don't give any mixed signals. They don't do that. And my only excuse, lawyer in me, I said, well, he's smart enough to know what I'm thinking. So I appreciate y'all. Thanks for being here today, and this is exciting for y'all.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to May Graduation and Matriculation. I'm so excited to have all you here today. My name is Chandler Stokes. I'm the puppy program manager for the South Central region. So I've had the honor of having every single one of these dogs in my kind of virtual care or in my care in some of these cases. And I've got to watch their journey from the puppy raiser standpoint of getting this tiny little puppy and raising him into an awesome adult dog that these trainers got to have. Today we get to honor the 8 graduating puppy raisers. 8 of them are graduating from with their dogs today, and they're graduating to amazing handlers that are going to have them for a lifetime, as well as our 24 matriculating puppies here that will enter professional training at the end of today. Today, as we honor all these dogs, we also get to celebrate the new breeder dogs selected. Our last breeder dog selected was Vicky the 5th, and she was raised in Austin, Texas by Sam Miles. The Canine Companions breeding program is a very essential part of how we function. We keep our mission alive by having amazing service dogs here that were all bred for a purpose. Our headquarters of breeding is in Santa Rosa, California. That's where we host all of our breeder dogs that are either whelping or all their puppies right before they ship off into homes. We have all of our breeders in breeder caretaker homes, so they each have a volunteer that take care of them for a lifetime. Someone is willing to birth 12 puppies and keep them for 8 weeks in their home, which is pretty hard if you've ever done it. I thank them all the time for these amazing dogs as well. All right. So now if you turn your head to the screen, we will watch the breeder slideshow. These breeders will be a part of the future generations of service dogs to come. Let's give a big round of applause for all the puppy raisers and all the breeders selected. Puppy raisers spend over 12 to 16 months making these dogs as perfect as they can before matriculation. But they start these off with mostly, sleepless nights, crying in the kennel, sometimes the horrible diarrhea, and all the kinds of things that every puppy raiser has to get through. The biting phase, the teenage phase, all the phases that now these clients don't have to deal with, because we got to do it all. These volunteers take in this baby puppy in that same dream and hope that these dogs are going to make as service dogs. And today, we get to watch that happen. These people, all these raisers were given these tiny puppies with this hope and this dream, and it gets to become true today. The emotional, financial, and time commitment is very critical in the early stages of raising a puppy. This takes a lot of time and commitment, as you know, if you ever raised a puppy. Raising a puppy to be a service dog is another task on itself. Maybe it's being a college student, a high school student, or maybe even an inmate. It all takes a huge time commitment. In addition to individuals raising for the puppies in the community, we also have future service dogs being raised in various colleges. We have actually 7 programs, which I'm pretty proud of. On my first day of college, I found myself alone without a dog for the first time ever. I found myself also on a bus heading to a new student social for my major. On this bus, I sparked a conversation with a stranger that my mom probably told me not to talk to strangers, but that didn't work out very well. And so on that bus and with that stranger, I ended up going to that service dog meeting for the first time ever that night with this stranger. I tell people all the time, it's kind of when my light bulb moment came off in my lifetime. You always think if those are kind of fake on one end, that you have a light bulb moment that actually happens. And I really did feel like I had one that night. And I really do think I had that one, and it was my career goal. I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and it was to raise a puppy for the greater good. And I did just that. Within my first 3 months of college, I had not only my first ever dog to raise on my own, I also had my first fish to raise on my own. And I started my journey of being a puppy raiser. And during that time, these puppies really raised me. I got to raise over 4 dogs in my college, and it was amazing. We have over 25 students currently raising puppies in our region that are part of our 7 college clubs. We have over 12 students waiting on our waiting list right now for the fall to join them and raise more service dogs. Today, we not only have 6 dogs matriculating that are from college programs, we have 6 dogs raised in college programs that are graduating today. Tulane matriculated 6 puppies last November, and of them, 4 are graduating today. 1 has made it as a breeder dog, and 1 just joined our Veterans Initiative program. I would like to welcome to the stage the Tulane Two-Step Raisers.
Hi, y'all. I want to be honest and say, unfortunately, I did not memorize my speech. We're all coming fresh off finals, and my brain was not ready to memorize this. So please bear with us. But good morning, good afternoon. My name is Grace Mirable, and I have the honor of standing up here and talking to you all because of my privilege to raise Joelle and my current puppy, Hamlin. Through Tulane Service Dog Club Two-Step, over the past 10 years, Canine Companions' commitment to Two-Step has allowed us to raise almost 50 dogs. Today, I am here with a subset of Two-Step's 10th generation of raisers, Victoria, Haley, Zadie, and Jessie. We're missing Olivia and Macy, whose dogs have been selected to be a breeder, and the other set to be in a Veterans Initiative program. The 6 of us have spent the last 2 years falling in love with the dogs we have raised and the mission we serve. So having the chance to stand up here and talk to you today is incredible. As many of you know, raising a service dog is not a small feat. From potty training an 8-week-old puppy to teaching them their 30-plus commands in preparation for advanced training, to saying goodbye to the tearful goodbye during matriculation. Raising a Canine Companions dog is an endeavor that requires the utmost dedication. Given this experience we all share on this stage, we hope to offer some insight as we see people in this crowd preparing to part ways with their puppies for matriculation and others anxiously awaiting their official pairing. Once again, I'm sorry for my finals brain. All puppy raisers have one thing in common, and that is a love for dogs and an incredible respect for their abilities. The story is a little different for each of us up on the stage, but we all arrived to Tulane's campus as nervous freshmen looking for connection and purpose. Some of us had already set our sights on Two-Step and the possibility of raising a Canine Companion service dog in training. Others were won over by the incredible mission of raising once they got on campus. A mission that was recognized after a wet snout recruited students in class, or puppy kisses convinced us in the library. That said, as soon as we understand what Two-Step and Canine Companions was all about, all of us were committed. Little did we know that this experience would change our lives. Between when we found out we were selected to raise and when the actual puppies arrived, we began learning. First, about each other and all the incredible reasons we are excited to raise, and then, of course, all the important steps of potty training, nailing loose leash walking, and all the other important key essential items. By the time the 6 puppies arrived on campus, we had become thick as thieves and had prepped and nested. Some of us even got a little too eager. I am picturing our meticulous training whiteboards, the piles of toys, and then shaking our head about our lack of paper towels. That said, Two-Step and Canine Companions have brought us each more than we could have ever imagined. We have an incredible bond with each other and the experience we got from our puppies. All of us on the stage would like to say that volunteering as puppy raisers for Canine Companions has defined and been the highlight of our college years. We have gained leadership experience, made lifelong friendships, furthered our education, and learned important lessons about patience, empathy, and sacrifice. When we turned in our dogs in last November, we had done our best to raise spectacular puppies that were ready for the next step of their training. We've waited on bated breath on the last Wednesday of every month and scoured every post hoping to catch a glimpse of the dogs that changed our lives, and we're on the verge of hopefully continuing to change lives. That day has finally arrived, and we could not be more thrilled or emotional. This learning and life-changing part of our lives was something we had hoped for, and we had a sense of what a difference the dogs could do, but we were not prepared for how emotional and incredible this would be. What really blew our minds was how these puppies would have an impact on virtually everyone they encountered along the way as we raised them. Some of these impacts were fleeting, like brightening the day of a Southwest agent or making a child who's afraid of dogs relax enough to laugh. Others were lifelong. Our classmates learned how to properly interact with service dogs, and public spaces became more dog-friendly. At the time when people lament and the lack of compassion or growth and the division in our world, it's good to remember that there is good out there, and sometimes all that is needed to unlock it is a dog. We would like to thank each individual in this room, whether you're a puppy raiser about to turn in your puppy or a graduate making all that effort worth it. Donors, guests, trainers, and everybody here has made this mission possible. It is truly a blessing to be a part of something that is so unabashedly good and for something that we will be forever grateful. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Grace, Haley, Victoria, Jesse, and Zadie, for raising these amazing pups and continuing your support for us in our community. In this next video, you will get to see the cutest puppies that are matriculating today. Right after graduation, these 24 puppies and puppy raisers will say their last goodbyes to the puppy they've raised for over 6 months. This is also a bittersweet day. This marks the end of their journey, but the beginning to their next. This is a new exciting chapter for these puppies as they begin their real service life in their life-changing career. Please turn to the screen so you can see our matriculating class video. Well, now it's time to matriculate some puppies. Up first will be all of our college-raised puppies. So if they're part of a college program, they'll be on their way up here. Today, we have 3 different colleges represented. We have University of Central Arkansas, Texas Tech University, and University of Texas, no, oh God, I brought the other one. Oopsie. Up next is going to be, oh my gosh. Oh my God, I'm never this bad. Tabby, raised by Audrey Halsey of UCA. Up next will be Emily raised, oh my gosh. Noelle, sorry, I'm so off this morning. Up next will be Cheryl Thiel. He raised Simon out of University of Central Arkansas. She is also our teacher sponsor as well for UCA. She's in training, yeah. Future handler over here. Up next will be Dion of Mary Hardin Simmons University. Final will be Dior. Dior was raised by Linda McMahon, FBC Bryan, and Claire Hilton of Texas Tech. All right, now we're gonna have all of our other raisers come and join us on stage. Up first is Hooper, raised by Judy Shumper of Bridgeport, Texas. All right, our very own Leah Ty, raising Bunton. Up next, Tracy Conine, raising B. Come on, B. Sue and Susan, raising Auckland. He's very excited to be here today. Azul, raised by Marilyn and Kate of Mansfield, Texas. Rockland, raised by Lisa and Jonathan of Carrollton, Texas. Pippin, raised by Pam and Harold Grievous of Hyco, Texas. Cardinal, raised by the Dursick family of Houston, Texas. Up next is Sparty, raised by Sandy and Wally Theis of Irving, Texas. Come on, Sparty. All right. Up next, we have Forbes. Forbes is raised by FBC Brian and Deb and Greg Geeter. All right. Renna, raised by David and Roberta Hanchy of Lake Charles, Louisiana. She's excited. Linda with the Y's, Stephanie and Jacob Mahello of Fort Worth, Texas. Flossie, raised by Tanya West of Mustang, Oklahoma. Darren, raised by Nicole Lucille and Sydney Vaughn of Helotes, Texas, San Antonio area. Hello, buddy. Thank y'all. All right. We've had some people not be able to make it today, but this is Bucky, raised in Austin, Texas by Ellen Reed. Woo, Bucky! All right, and that is it. Let's give a big round of applause to all those matriculating puppy raisers. So now, for everybody's favorite part, here's our little sneak peek into team training and what's been going on the last 2 weeks.
have Golden Cross Service Dog Joel the Fifth. Service Dog Kinsley the Second. Service Dog Char.
Hello everyone, my name is Leah T and I am an apprentice instructor here at Canine Companions in the South Central region. My fellow class instructor and I not only had the privilege of teaching these wonderful individuals over the past 2 weeks, but we also have the honor of introducing the 8 newest additions to the Canine Companions family. Graduation Day represents the culmination of dedication, hard work, and love of hundreds of people, especially the individuals who raised the incredible dogs that are graduating here before you today. Today, each graduating dog will be presented by its volunteer puppy raisers, the people who helped lay the foundation for this very moment. At Canine Companions, it's tradition for the puppy raisers to formally present the dog and ceremoniously pass the leash to their new handler. So let's get started. At this time, I'd like to invite Alex, Jennifer, Corey, and their puppy raiser to the stage. Some matches are truly meant to be, and this team shows just that. Alex and his dog share the same fun-loving, goofy spirit, and there was never a dull moment in class with this duo around. Fist bumps were a daily occurrence around here, as well as silly wiggles and lots of licking. Alex is excited to have his new best friend help him out by retrieving his braces, turning on and off lights, and opening doors, literally and figuratively. Joelle is being presented today by her puppy raiser Grace of New Orleans, Louisiana. You may now pass the leash. Congratulations, Team Alex and Joelle. Next, I'd like to invite Raul and their puppy raiser to the stage. Raul was a quick study when it came to handling dogs. Alto was a quick study when it came to rotating through class to find his perfect match. And a perfect match this is. Raul came to class every day ready to learn and work through the challenges that come with adjusting to life with a service dog, and we are so excited to watch this team grow and see all the things that they will accomplish together. Raul is ready to have his dog assist in picking up dropped items and help with more advanced behaviors like tugging off his sweatshirt. Alto is being presented today by his puppy raiser Hannah of San Antonio, Texas. You may now pass the leash. Congratulations, Raul and Alto. Next, I'd like to invite Jack, Brenna, and their puppy raisers to the stage. From the second these two met, they were inseparable. 2 weeks is a long time to spend away from home, friends, and family, but Jack took it all in stride and proved to be quite the impressive handler. This pup is always on the lookout for her boy and is quick to respond if he drops something or needs help opening a drawer or door. It has been so much fun watching this team grow, and we can't wait to see where they will go and the continued progress they will make over the years. Char is being presented today by her puppy raisers Caitlin and Madison of Richardson, Texas. You may now pass the leash. Congratulations, Team Jack and Char. And next, I'd like to invite Jody and their puppy raiser to the stage. Cool, calm, and collected are 3 words that best describe both Jody and her new facility dog. These two will work together to bring support and comfort to victims at the 8th Judicial District Attorney's Office. As Jody would often say, this dog is her spirit animal, and these two have a special bond that was quite magical to watch unfold. We can't wait to see the joy that this dog will bring to clients through fun cues like tug and push, as well as carrying around the beloved Trauma Llama. Nola is being presented today by her puppy raiser Zadie of New Orleans, Louisiana. You may now pass the leash. Congratulations, Jody and Nola.
Adjust this a little bit taller. Test, test. Hey. Good afternoon, guys. I'm the other class instructor, Sean, and together with Leah, I had the just the pleasure of teaching these guys about how to use their amazing dogs. You know, every class is really different, and I think we've really broke some barriers with this one. This was probably, I said it on day 2 or 3. I think this is the best class ever. They were waiting for that one. Let's continue on. I'll introduce the rest of the graduating class. Melissa, Wendy, come on up. During class, Melissa was a consummate professional. She brought so many well-thought-out ideas and considerations to this placement, and let me tell you folks, that's what makes a top-tier placement. The new dog is going to be a gold class member of our very own local community of Irving, and today, Melissa and Wendy are graduating with facility dog Jetta the Fourth with the Irving Family Advocacy Center. Jetta's presented today by Jesse of New Orleans, Louisiana. You can now pass the leash. Jetta won't wait. Congratulations, guys. Next up, Evan. It's time. Evan started out being a little bit picky with his type of dog, but that's no problem for this match. This dog was an absolute star in class and out, to the point we would sometimes laugh at how easy everything was. Sean would shrug her shoulders and look at us being like, well, that was easy. Almost surprised. We worked with this dog listening to Evan and his eye reader, but I have no doubt this super genius of a dog will figure it out eventually. Today, Evan's graduating with service dog Kinsley II. Kinsley's raised by FPC Brian and Samantha, and is being presented by Samantha and Christy of Houston, Texas. You guys can pass the leash. Congratulations. Well done. Tioni, if you can make your way up the stage. Sometimes in team training, there's a match that you couldn't have predicted, but, you know, you have a good feeling about it. We decided to match this dog as just a, let's see what this looks like. And lo and behold, I never could have looked back after that. If I were a soothsayer, I couldn't have even predicted how good this one looked. Ash has made such great progress towards being super creative with what she's going to do with her new dog, and it's only going to get better from there. Today, she's graduating with service dog Porsche III. Porsche was raised by Nanette and Mike McGill of Denison, Texas, and FPC Brian, and is presented today by Nanette and Mike McGill. You guys can pass the leash. Congratulations. Well done. And finally, April, if you could come on up to the stage. Sometimes you have a dog that oozes personality, and this dog's one of them. As an instructor, sometimes you have to let clients figure stuff out on their own, and I would catch April giving me glances during class, looking to ask me, what on earth is this dog doing? And I would smile and just laugh it off. Don't worry, it'll get better, I promise. Boy, that changed fast. Today, April's graduating with service dog Newton VII. Newton was raised and is presented today by Victoria and Haley of New Orleans, Louisiana. You guys can pass the leash. Congratulations. And now I'd like to hand it off to April, our class speaker.
Clearly Newton wants to say something. Newton, sit. My name's April, and I am honored to be able to come up here and talk to you guys a little bit about my journey to Canine Companions and ultimately getting Newton and my life. I can't imagine will ever be the same. So in 2012, I was the passenger in a drunk driving accident that left me paralyzed about mid-chest down, and they told me I would like never walk again, I would never do all these things, and I am kind of stubborn, and so there was a lot of things that I have done that they said I won't do, but there's a lot of that I kind of carried with me. But I had always kind of wanted a service dog. I had always wondered about it, but I never really knew the right way to go about getting one. So fast forward well, like 5 years ago, I was at an Abilities Expo. If you don't know what that is, that's kind of this thing where they show off new equipment and they tell about different programs and things like that. And so I saw this table with some really cute dogs, and I was like, you know, I really want one. But I didn't know what what a service dog could do for me. And so I talked to some friends. They're like, you should apply. And so I went ahead and I did apply. And then began the waiting, right? So my waiting was a little longer than most. I got a call that they had a potential match for me, and unfortunately, due to some health challenges, I had to say, hey, I can't come. And so they didn't forget about me, though. They called again, and I had still some health challenges. But this year when they called, I immediately texted a group of my friends, and they all came together and were like, hey, how do we make this happen? And they did. So fast forward to the good part a little bit. I pull up to team training. They have some amazing dorms. So grateful for those, to be able to stay on campus and be able to rest while doing these trainings and things. And so pulled up on Sunday night. Couldn't even sleep because I didn't know what was going to happen the next few days and things like that. And so showed up to class early Monday morning, and I was so nervous to meet everyone and all the dogs. And I really had read in the textbook that we didn't get to see the dogs, and so I was like, oh no, you know, the first few days are going to be boring. Let's get to the good part, right? But no, we got to work with the dogs, and all the incredible people in my classmates. They were all wonderful and amazing and kind, and so it was very cool to watch us all work through each of the dogs, and like how each dog responded to each person in a different way was pretty cool to watch. And the whole time they're rotating us through dogs, and I'm like trying to figure out how the match system works. I'm like, I wonder how the points go, you know? So I'm like, this one really likes me, I like it, this is, you know, but I was trying to figure it out. And so I met this one dog that was a little stubborn, and he really liked to work and got a little whiny if he wasn't working. And he was just so smart and driven, and so I really didn't think he liked me. I told Sean multiple times, hey, I don't think this is, you know, this is going to work. And come to find out, it is the actual perfect dog for me. Newton is amazing, and he's going to help me do so many things. He can pull my wheelchair. He can pick up things like that. One of the coolest things is just the confidence he's going to give me to show up in life now, because I had a pretty difficult childhood, and so I learned that taking up space in the world wasn't great, right? I learned that asking for help wasn't safe, and so I became like really self-reliant, and I hate asking for help. I have a friend, I know she's giggling back there. But even something like dropping my phone or my keys, or you know, just feeling like I'm such a burden on people, even just being a mom and having to have my kids grab things because it's too hard to get things off the floor. You know, Newton's going to change all that, and he doesn't even roll his eyes when he gets it. And so I knew Newton was going to change my life, but I really didn't know how. Yesterday, we went to Target for our ADI test, which is kind of the test that shows he's a real service dog and he can do all the tasks. And we were working on pull, and so I had to go down this aisle, and there was a man standing there, and I said, "Excuse us," instead of "I'm sorry," because I wasn't in the way. We just needed to get by. And so I knew right then that my life was going to change with Newton, and I'm so grateful. And so I just love him so much, and I'm so grateful for all of you that made this happen, and I know my classes as well. So thank you all. I did teach him kiss.
What a great job. And we are so blessed to have all of you now as part of our Canine Companions family. So we can't wait to see all of the wonderful things that you get to experience as you grow together as teams and all of the fantastic stories that you get to tell us. So congratulations on graduating today. Congratulations to all of you graduating today, and we can't wait to hear your stories of success in the coming months. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. We hope you have a wonderful weekend. Puppy raisers, make sure you go over here to Team Lodge and visit with your puppies for a little bit longer. And thank you so much. Have a great day.